Rahul Gandhi calls it the Gabbar Singh tax. Mamata Banerjee calls it the Great Selfish Tax. The Prime Minister of this country, Mr. Narendra Modi, calls it a good and simple tax. So, what is the GST? Well, so GST, the Goods and Services Tax, at the ideal level, it is supposed to be a one nation, one tax system. But is it really? The simple answer to that question is no. Because this is a system which has got four tax slabs: 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. The government, in its own wisdom, decides which categories of goods and services comes under which tax slab. In fact, the GST Council, comprising of finance ministers of various states, decides on the calibration. Beyond the four categories, there are two other categories. One, which is completely exempt from GST, the 0% GST category, which includes the day-to-day essentials, and the other category, which are taxed but not under the GST ambit. These services and goods include petroleum, real estate, electricity, and alcohol. Now, there's a lot of criticism around these sectors which has been kept outside the ambit of GST. The argument is that the government has done so that it's easy for the government to keep tinkering with the revenue models of, say, petroleum. And also, the real estate being kept out of the ambit is criticized because this is a repository of black money. So the questions are being raised on why these sectors are kept outside the ambit. Doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of one nation, one tax? The other argument made against GST is that a lot of small and medium enterprises are going to be badly hit, for the simple reason that the operating cost is going to go up so high that those businesses will not be able to sustain profits. The only option for them would be to shut shop. And that is what former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram argues, that this in its current form would lead to shutting of a lot of businesses, and small and medium businesses literally, it becomes the lifeline of an economy like ours. If that is badly hit, economy gets derailed. The third argument that is made against the GST is that the whole calibration that is done and the goods and items that are placed under different categories are of course being criticized. For example, why is cement still under 28% slab? Because for a country that is supposed to be infrastructure driven, that is a correction waiting to happen. Of course, the government has made a recent correction where 178 items have been moved from the 28% slab to the 18% slab. What are the arguments then in favor of GST? Of course, the current finance minister, Arun Jaitley, has argued very strongly in favor of the GST, citing facts and figures. What he says is that revenue to the tune of 93 to 94,000 crore rupees have been generated through the current GST model, and that is a very healthy figure. And this is a figure that has been generated every month. And the second argument that he says is, insofar as formalization of the economy is concerned, this has been a very strong positive move, because he talks about the registrations that has happened, and he also talks about the fact that the number of GST registrations have crossed 1 crore, out of which 72 lakh is the migration from the previous GST regime to the current one, and the remaining 28 lakh are fresh registrations, which means that the industry is adopting the GST model with a positive mindset. So those are the larger arguments for and against the GST. But what do you think? Do write into me. I'll wait to hear from you. Thanks for watching Two Sides to the Coin.